Hey there. I'm going to show everybody how to make a spinner today. And a spinner can be used in lots of number games and math and stuff for little kids, and you might not have one in a game that you already have. And so I received this packet from our school district, and I'm a high school teacher, but I have two fourth grade grandsons who are spending time with me since our daughters work in the medical field. And this is a math game related to division and finding remainders in a game with this pattern on it. And so I don't exactly know how to play the game. I was just trying to think, well, do I have a spinner? And I thought, well, I'm just going to make a spinner and with things that I find around the house. And so this is what I made. This game only has the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you need 6 spaces. And I was looking around the house, so I knew that I had some cardboard. I found the lid to a bowl. I could draw the circle. I want to make sure you can still see this. Draw the circle. And then I have a ruler that will help me know kind of where the center is. So it looks like this circle is about 7.5 inches. Okay, let's see if we can't get any closer. 7.5 inches. So that means that, what does that mean? 3, is it about 3 3/4? I'm not a math teacher, so I don't know. And then I go across the long way here. I find about 3, and then I'm going to make a cross so that I know where the middle of my circle is. I could go ahead and draw a line one way. I don't want to draw another line because this spinner for this math game has 6 spaces, so they're not going to be a total cross in the middle. I want to just wait for that. Now I want to make an arrow, and so I got an extra little piece of cardboard, and you could draw your arrow out or just make an arrow by cutting out some cardboard. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as it has a pointer on it. So if we kind of cut like this and then cut up to the middle, we can get our pointer. Okay, and then make it the shape that you want. Let's see, I'll turn it over like this. And I'll cut it maybe a little bit shorter. It doesn't have to be, depends on how big your circle is. Make it according to your circle. Okay. The other things that I found around my house were I found some washers just down in the garage, and these little brads that we never know what to do with, but we've had them forever. There we go. And occasionally they come in handy, so I have plenty of them, so I'll pull one of those out. You could use, I think you could probably use paper clips, anything else that you could find around the house to do what this needs to do. Okay, so let me get my scraps out of the way. The first thing I want to do is to poke the hole in this, and it's real easy with one of these brads just to poke the hole in it, but I want to make this hole bigger because you want it to be really loose for your arrow to be able to spin. Okay, so we have like a circle from here. And then we have our arrow. I'm going to poke a hole in the end of the arrow to start it, and then do the same thing with my pencil. Okay. Then I want to decide, like for this one I need 6 spaces. So I'm going to take my ruler and kind of, I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to use this as a straight edge and decide how many. I might do it like this so that I know how big my my pieces need to be. And so I need 3 on each side, so I need to draw 2 more. So I'm just going to draw like this, and then I'm going to go here to see my middle and draw my lines like this. Then I'm going to get a marker. I'm going to use a Sharpie marker and go around my edges so that they're dark before I build it. So I'm just going to draw around my edges. Doesn't have to be perfect. I like to do it with a pencil first, that way I have something to follow. And then I'm going to go with my straight lines across. Great way to do straight lines is to pull your whole arm down. Don't just use your wrist back and forth, but just move your whole arm across the paper, or in this case the cardboard. And more. Okay. Now I think I want to like cut my edges off a little bit so it's a little bit more square. You don't have to do that. You could also cut it out round if you wanted it to be round. All right. And then we want to put our numbers on it before we put the arrow on it. And so I know that for this game that, I don't know if you can see it, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 6 spaces, but it's from 4 to 9. So I'm going to start over here with the number 4 and just make a big 4. Kind of make it fatter with my drawing. Each side so that it's really easy to see. 4, 5. Six. Sometimes I think that when you make a 9 like a 6, you never know which one it is, depending on who's looking at it. So I'm going to put a little line underneath it so I know that's a 6 because that's at the bottom. And then I'm going to keep it straight so that all my numbers are facing the same way. Your choice. 7. 7, and then 8. Don't worry about being, kids could do this part, drawing the numbers on. And then 9. I'm going to do the trick where I'm going to make it like this but upside down. So I'm going to turn it upside down and draw a 6. Okay, make it wider so it's easier to read. Turn it back around, it's a 9, and put lines under it. Okay. So then, I dropped my brad. I'm going to get my brad again. These little brass plated fasteners, or we call them brads. played with this trying to figure out the best way to get this on here. And the key to it is keeping it loose. That way it spins better. When you do it tighter, it doesn't move around. Okay, so we're just going to put, I had 2 washers on that one. I'm going to put 1 washer on this one and see how it goes. And then put it through here. And then remember, even though I'm pushing up against this, I want to pull it out a little bit loose. Let's see if we can do this. Separate these. You might have to adjust it depending on how tight you have it. Okay, so that seems like it's a little bit tight. Not too bad. I'm going to come back over here and just loosen this side up a little bit. And then spread those out. That's better. There we go. Super easy. Now you could make a spinner for any game. If you've lost the spinner or your spinner doesn't work very good on a board game that you have, put however many sections that you need. This one, remember, was only from 4 to 9, 6 sections. Super easy and fast. There you go. Make a spinner and have fun.